like this. I used to dream about this. All this cash I spent. I can't believe we here. I can't put you on my team if you can't defend. Yeah, I took a step back, now all my shots fall in.
Yo, what's up, chat? How we doing? So today we're gonna be checking out Drizzy's freaky obsession with women. Because I'm down bad to see what his addiction is with other rappers' women. I'm not like that. Part 2. So if y'all haven't seen part 1, go check that out. And let's see what Drizzy's favorite donut is.
You don't ever want to choose sides between people you love. It's ridiculous. I just want it to be over. Later, after the dust settled and Drake was crowned the winner, she opened up about just how much it hurt.
It was one of the hardest parts of my career. At the time, I did love both of them. I couldn't erase the love that I had for my team, but I also couldn't speak out.
That's just... I'm not gay. I mean, I'm not rainbow, but if I was Cardi... Like, I'm not... No. Cardi B, you know the person to choose, because Drake, he's a freaky one.
Out, and I felt so imprisoned. And when we later spoke about it, Drake said, I wasn't worried about anything in that entire situation other than, what if Nicki takes a shot at me, then what? You know, that would have been so painful for both of us.
As well as the fact that before things got underway and this track started flying, she had actively tried to prevent it.
Isn't like Offset dating, wait, oh, that's Nicki Minaj. No, Cardi, I don't even know the difference, honestly.
I was behind the scenes, of course.
Yeah, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. I don't even know.
Wishing it never happened. Even prior to it happening, I tried to stop it from happening. I said, don't do that. It is what it is, you know, like, one thing I do know is that both Meek and Drake have moved on from that.
Yes, they have.
From the anger and all of this stuff.
As for her relationship with Drake, she claimed that they almost squabbled over it.
I would be lying if I said Drake and I didn't have a whole conversation about this, where I told him, man, what, I don't think, you know, because I was still in the mode of things that Meek, you know, did. And then seeing the relief that they both got from it.
You should stay in that mode where, you and Nick, whatever his name is, did, because you need to stay away from Drizzy, BBO.
And seeing it be so genuine, like, if you know them, you know that this has been weighing heavily on them, because it's not about who's more successful or any of that. It's just about, man, when you know that you've known someone and y'all was cool and you actually truly liked them as a person at one time, and then something small became
at one time, stay that way.
Something big, and then now you guys hate each other and you carrying that. It's something that is just, until it's dealt with, it feels horrible. Like, it just feels like it's eating away at you, you know? But no matter what you do, you gotta make sure you're not in the same building with this person. You gotta make sure,
but like, if it's Drake, no.
Sure that, you know, so I'm happy for them.
And while she might have been happy enough to move on, it doesn't change the
that you shouldn't even be happy. You should be thankful.
fact that he put her in that situation.
And seeing that right after this fucking brawl that, you know, at the biggest party of Fashion Week, I just felt so embarrassed. Like, this is not supposed to happen.
But the damage left behind the scenario was done, and by 2017, Meek Mill and Nicki broke off their 2-year engagement. To confirm, yes, I am single, she tweeted on January 5th.
Yeah, she shouldn't have tweeted that, bro. Drake is stalking you.
Focusing on my work and looking forward to sharing it with you guys really soon. Have a blessed new year. Then, by February 1st of that year, she posted a picture alongside Drake. But it's...
What did I say? What did I say?
Safe to say that, despite the occasional interaction, their relationship has never truly been the same. In fact, Nicki was one of the first to call out his hypocrisy, pointing out that he had no problem benefiting from his UMG ties long before he decided to take legal action against them. After feeling her Queen album had been undervalued and underpublicized by her label, she suggested it was due to her unwillingness to play ball, while painting Drake as someone who reaped the rewards of playing along with the industry. Spotify put Drake's face on every playlist but told me they'd have to teach me a lesson for playing my music 10 minutes early on Queen Radio. Even though they've been giving away my music for free for years, and I am one of the top Spotify artists of all time. Whether he held a grievance over this or something else entirely, Drake would wind up doing Nicki dirty again. After initially being announced for a
he's Drake.
collaboration, Minaj was reportedly cut from For All the Dogs. The track in question, Needle, was one she had personally requested for her own project, only for it to be claimed for Drake's album and then ultimately left unused.
You know, originally this song was going to be on his album, and it's so crazy how I always wanted it for my album.
Recently, she called him out for choosing to collaborate with Lotto, one of her known rivals, instead of her, hinting that the relationship might be beyond repair.
So, Ugg Boy 1 and Ugg Boy 2, they know they forever gonna have a willing participant because our girls are so desperate for this money, you know.
Nicki held Drake down and didn't switch on him like everyone did during the Kendrick beef, just for him to collab with Lotto. And while Nicki fans are correct that she never actively rebelled against him or joined in to throw fuel on the fire, she also didn't make any attempt to defend him at the height of the Kendrick beef either. But it's not like she's been shy about calling out Dot as well, as when Lil Wayne was snubbed from the Super Bowl halftime show, she was quick to come to his defense. In the Meek beef, Drake picked up an emphatic victory, but it appears to have been at the expense of damaging his bond with Nicki. And if he's willing to throw a longtime friend into the crossfire, should it really be a surprise that he's kept using the same tactic over and over? Except from here on out, it has
no, because it's Drake.
continued to backfire, which was especially clear when he engaged in a rap battle with Pusha T. By 2018, tensions had been bubbling between Drake and one half of the Clips duo for a while. In a lot of ways, they had always been feuding as an extension of the longtime animosity between Star Trek and Cash Money. But after a succession of subliminals,
Cash Money AP?
Pusha formally threw the gauntlet down on 2018's Infrared, referencing Drake's ghostwriting scandal with lines like, "It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin," and "How can you right your wrongs when you don't even write your songs?" Without hesitation, Drake
That was actually really
fired back at Pusha with standard battle bars about him not being authentic and generally whack. But just like he did with Meek, he took things a step further by dragging Pusha's fiancée into the mix, rapping, "I told you keep playing with my name and I'ma let it ring on you like Virginia Williams." But what he didn't realize when he did that was that unlike the Meek scenario, Drake was playing checkers while Pusha was playing chess. Which was summed up by a user who wrote, "Drake came with rap punchlines and Pusha hit back with investigative journalism." On the story of Adidon, Pusha let it be known that bringing his family
checkers is like easy, right? And chess is like hard.
into it in the shape of Virginia was a bad move that would have terrible consequences, rapping, "Since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your Beyonce." With that, Pusha sought to destroy him once and for all, exposing
This
that
guy is smooth with his lyrics. And why did he put
he had a kid with an adult star known as Sophie Brousseau and hid it from the world.
Hey,
In
chat.
the
Some of my friends at school say I look like Drake's son. I do not want to be related to that guy.
process, he exposed not only what Drake had withheld from the public, but blew up the Adidon Adidas press run that was supposed to help him bring it to the attention of the world. In the aftermath, everyone knew that Push had won and he didn't feel the slightest bit of remorse. All because Virginia's
I would
name
be doubtful that he would have won anyways, bro. His lines were really smooth.
was mentioned.
All bets are off because of that. That alone causes all bets to be off.
I agree with
Everything
you.
else fair game.
All relationship stuff is on the table now because he brought up your fiance. I agree.
Yes.
For Pusha, it was truly deeper than rap, as he insisted that he was trying to start a broader conversation over his character.
If Drake taps out, would you stop Push? Would you be like, all right, I'm good?
No.
That's about, I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna bully the situation because I feel like I think it's bigger questions now, though. I really do.
100%.
They don't have to be answered to me, but I definitely feel that they're a bigger question than the things that I brought up, and I mean that he has to answer. I really feel like they need to be answered. That's real. We talked about the writing or whatever, the ghostwriting allegations. All right, cool. We off that. Now you get to like, you know, the
baby.
mimicking of the
Blackface,
culture.
right.
Blackface. I mean, okay, I'm not ready to excuse that. I'm not really ready to excuse, you know, you talking multi-millionaire talk to me and you tucking a baby. Like, I'm not with all of that.
Right.
So, like, I don't even hang with my friends who have child support issues.
In later interviews, he noted his disdain for healthy relationships and proclaimed it all went back to his childhood.
Now I gotta dig deeper into who the person is. Now I gotta dig in and see, what are y'all like? What's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that.
Yeah, that line was not smooth at all. I actually thought he had it at first.
Didn't listen, setting himself up for everything that followed. From Not Like Us and the pop out to the Grammys, the Super Bowl, and even the GNX tour, the fallout was relentless. And in the aftermath, even
Drake
industry
fell
vets
off
like
a lot
Exhibit
after
suggested
that,
Drake
bro.
had
That
no
was-
idea what he was getting himself
Wow.
into.
I think he was severely underestimated. And when you look at the parable of David and Goliath, and you see, somebody who's, very, dismissive or very arrogant or very, feeling like, because Drake wasn't talking the way he's talking now. What we're seeing now is... Hold on. What we're seeing now is the repercussions.
Hey, what's like, for y'all who don't know, like, David and Goliath, it's like in the Bible, right? I don't know what book it is, but he like, it would have been so cool, bro. If I knocked out someone with a stone, like a giant like that, like a giant like that, bro, that would have been epic.
Questions of stepping on somebody that you shouldn't have stepped to. Like, they're not even in the same
Because Kendrick, bro, he was gonna cook in the first place.
Class. In my opinion, Drake should have just put out a massive hit for the women.
And after pushing so hard to paint a narrative that K-Dot and Whitney were estranged, her music video appearance would prove to be the ultimate death blow.
The family matter and the truth. You a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter, he was God. The family matter and the truth of the matter, he was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He was God's plan to show y'all the liar. No!
And after all that happened, Kendrick capped it off by desiccating his Song of the Year award to his high school sweetheart.
And somebody get the broom out. Get that broom out.
Hey. We're done. I'm resuming, but I want to see Taylor Swift ever again.
To Not Like Us. Whitney in the video, Crip Walker. We're gonna dedicate that one. She's gonna Jay liked them walks.
With that, Drake should be treading very carefully when it comes to posting wives and girlfriends online. But it appears if there's one thing he won't do, it's learn from his mistakes. If people still wonder why so many rappers couldn't wait to take Drake down, look no further than this. Now, with his reputation in shambles thanks to his own decisions, even easy targets like Joe Budden, who he recently tried to clown on his alternate Instagram with an unflattering photo, aren't taking the bait. And now he's, of course, targeting his co-host Melissa Ford on his new
Oh my gosh! Get help!
album with Party Next Door. You can't make this up. But more than anything, by once again posting another man's wife on the gram, Drake is playing a dangerous game. Because if UMG decides to fire back, it could be the final nail in the coffin. After all, if anyone knows where the skeletons are buried, it's a man's record label. It's your boy Luesta, and if you...
it's your boy Marcus. Marcolicious. And stay tuned. And I'll hit you up next time. Peace.
Ain't no facade, ain't no fugazi. I jump it off, I get paid. Drop top rocks, I'm going crazy. I push off, smoking on haze.